Stop using the word opinion in your IELTS essay writing. Use these 7 academic synonyms instead. Hi, and welcome back to KTI English, where we help you on your English language journey. Today, we are going to be looking at IELTS preparation and how to use synonyms for the word opinion in your IELTS essay writing. As you probably know, vocabulary and using a range of vocabulary is important on your IELTS exam in order to get a good band score. Today, we are going to be looking at 7 academic synonyms for the word opinion and how to use them effectively in order to improve your essay writing. Okay, let's take a look at 7 academic synonyms for the word opinion. It's very common for people on the IELTS exam to say, in my opinion, or my opinion is. Whether it is an opinion essay, an agree-disagree essay, or an argument essay, it's very common that we need to express either our opinion or explain someone else's opinion. That being said, we don't want repetition. We don't want to repeat opinion, opinion, opinion every time. Let's take, for example, if we have the essay question, some people believe A, other people believe B. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. In that case, we have to use opinion or a synonym of that many times in the essay, probably at least 3 times in the introduction, in each of the body paragraphs, and again, probably 3 times in the conclusion. So that's a lot of opinions. Let's take a look at some synonyms. Number 1 is viewpoint. So instead of saying, in my opinion, we can say, from my viewpoint. It's the same grammatically as in my opinion. But don't say in my viewpoint. Make sure you say from my viewpoint. Number 2 is perception. Now, perception, okay, one thing to say with synonyms and any synonyms, synonyms are never exactly the same meaning. They are similar, but never exactly the same. So it is important to know exactly the definition of this word and how it is a little bit different from our original word. Okay, so perception is the way, let me get the dictionary definition here. It is described as the way someone sees or interprets something. So we might have an action here, and the way I perceive it and the way you perceive it might be different, but it doesn't change the truth of what that is. So we might say something like this. His perception of the situation is different from mine, right? The way he interprets it is different from the way I interpret it. Number 3 is attitude. Now, attitude describes your feelings and beliefs about a particular situation. So their attitude towards this situation is how do they feel and what do they believe about it? Number 4 is standpoint. Okay, now standpoint is very similar to viewpoint. It's where you're viewing from and how you see it. Okay, very common expression is from a practical standpoint. Okay, very good common expression. You can use standpoint in many other ways, but this is a great one to memorize. Number 5 is outlook. Now, outlook is defined as someone's overall perspective or view, especially on life. So it's like your perception, but it's overall your outlook on that situation or in life in general. So their outlook on the situation is, or their outlook on life is very optimistic or something like that. Number 6 is stance. Now, stance is kind of that idea of standpoint. It's where you're standing from, okay? So stance is describing your position or your approach towards something. So my stance on the issue is, right? That's like saying my opinion on this topic is something. And finally, our last one is the word sentiment. Now, sentiment is a special one. It has a lot of emotion involved in it. It's not just opinion, but it's also the way someone feels about something. It's described as the feeling or emotion about something. Now, this is a great one to use when you're talking about the way the public feels about this issue. Okay? Are they happy about more taxes, or are they upset and dissatisfied about it? So the sentiment of the public is blah, 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 blah. So all of these are great expressions for you to memorize, words for you to memorize and practice using in your IELTS writing. The key to remember here is that you have to practice using them in context. Don't just memorize the word viewpoint, perception, attitude, standpoint, outlook, stance, and sentiment, because they're all used in slightly different ways. Even just, for example, a different preposition. In my opinion, from my viewpoint. So make sure that you understand how to use it in context, and you'll be able to use it naturally in your essay writing. So in conclusion, I just want to remind you that using a variety of synonyms, especially academic synonyms, are great for avoiding repetition and making your writing sound more academic and professional, getting you that higher band score that you need. Thanks for watching this video. As always, please hit the subscribe button for more tips and tricks on English language learning, and good luck on your IELTS exam.